Alright, well, hello everybody. I'm making a couple videos tonight. I just made one called on the Mysteries of the Dragon, and decided I was going to go ahead and follow up with one called on the Mysteries of the Dark Night of the Soul. Uh, I just thought I'd have a little introduction to this. We're listening to, I should say, it's just me, but there's always something in the room that's present with you, right? So, I and the other spirits in the room, we'll say. Listening to Arnold Schoenberg's Transfigured Night, one of his more famous pieces that he composed. One of my favorite composers, Schoenberg is. And one of the composers who really brought us atonality in the 20th century and things like that. A lot of Frank Zappa's orchestral music is influenced by him, and Varese and people like that. Anyway, just wanted to have a little introduction to this next piece I'm going to read out of my book. When I wrote this, it's pretty intense. It could definitely, depending on who heard it, who was to read it or hear this video, they could be like, "Oh my God, Jim, are you a Satanist? Or are you something?" Like, no. That's furthest from what I am. I love God. I seek the one God. I seek divine connection with the one God, and the monad, as we call it, and as a Kabbalist and a Gnostic Christian, I have delved into some more mystical elements of religion and things like that, and sought a more direct experience with the spiritual. Sought a direct spiritual experience more than just reading scriptures and going to church and singing songs and going, well, yeah, all this, and just believing everything at face value. I mean, if if the typical Orthodox view of religion was the truth, that means that'd be like science ending at an 8th grade level or something like that. As we all know, it doesn't. It's not saying that you don't learn a lot by the time you're in the 8th grade, maybe, but as we all know, with quantum mechanics and things like this, science goes beyond 8th grade level, and a lot of people, religiously speaking and spiritually speaking, they never really get beyond that point, that level. Of understanding things, because to truly understand this stuff would mean you'd probably have to, you're going to have to definitely let go of Linus's blanket. Your security blanket has to go. You have to let the floor kind of come out from underneath you a little bit, and be willing to be troubled. As I think it's verse 2 in the Gospel of Thomas. You have to be willing to be troubled. If you're not willing to be troubled in your spirit and change and really see things, as Bill Hicks says, squeegee the third eye, I don't know, does it take, hallucinogens? Does it take, some kind of a catalyst to do that? I mean, whatever, the shamans of old, they took peyote and things like this to spirit walk and all these kind of things. Perhaps, maybe it does, but it just takes an open heart and open mind, and someone who's really willing to seek the truth at all costs. And if that means, this next piece I'm going to, read to you, is talking about that. It's talking about the loneliness and the darkness, the kind of, so to speak, darkness, not literal darkness, but the kind of loneliness that happens when you enter into the mysteries in this way, and you see the mysteries in such a profound way that is no longer it just has it's no longer basic religious rhetoric. And so it becomes more rapturous, and it changes you. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Jim, that's the dangers of the occult. Is this kind of stuff is well, maybe so to some degree. That's probably why some people maybe they get scared, whatever. Some people are just a bunch of fools and like to play around with whatever Ouija boards and, so to speak, witchcraft or whatever and all this kind of stuff. They'll go buy. Actually, I was at Entertain Mart, whatever, buying some movies, and I saw Anton LaVey's book, so, the Satanic Bible and the Satanic Rituals, and it's like I've read the Satanic Bible, it's just a diatribe of nonsense, and then he sticks the Enochian keys at the end to like try to make it all, magical, and it's just a lot of nonsense. I'm gonna tell you right now, LaVey was not Crowley. Crowley had his issues and his demons, but Crowley really actually contributed to the occult in a large way, especially with Kabbalah and the tarot. And, say what you will about Aleister Crowley. I'm not trying to, put him on a pedestal by any means, but it's, the man, he just liked to mess with people a lot. I think he just liked to be in the media and just kind of, he played up the whole image of being the wickedest man in the world and all this kind of stuff. So I think he just had fun with it more than anything. But in the end, he was really a holy man. He was seeking to be a holy man, and I think that he just. I think he fell to some of his own demons, as we all do. As myself, I have myself. Where none of us, as they say, are perfect, and that's why we have redemption, we have salvation through the sacrifice and understanding what the sacrifice is about as a Gnostic Christian. And so it's, understanding these things on a mystical level will truly set you free in a lot of ways, but it will also render you a very lonely person, which is actually a lot of the mysteries of the Hermit card in the tarot, the loneliness of the Hermit, and understanding that, you're alone, in a greater sense. There's a lot of people out there that you can seek to, connect with that maybe on some of these things and find people of like mind, but more than likely, you're, not every day people are posting videos like this and reading, these type of writings and this type of work and sharing this type of very personal spiritual experience. So this is kind of a revealing of my own soul. And this is almost going on 8 minutes here just for this introduction, but it's okay. Here we're going to get into it. This is called The Dark Night, on the mysteries of the Dark Night of the Soul. Alas, the black dragon looms before me as I face the dark night of the soul. Evolving naturally toward this phase of the work, I have fallen into the depths of weariness and despair. I, as the Bard 999, hath entered into the dark night and the secret eye of the Godhead. The mystery of Pan is madness to the common man, yet to the soul of the despairing adept, it becomes a comedy when seen with the understanding of no thingness. All and nothing art one. This is the mystery of everything. Adonai, Adonis, Attis, Abraxas, Adam, Saturn, Set, Satan, I evoke you all who art as one. Truly blessed, yet cursed is the man who has come to understand the mysteries of such things. I turn and gaze up to the full moon, crying out to the dark night. Why must this be my fate? Why must I drown myself in endless mystery? Why must I fall into secrecy with my spirit? Oh, how this pain twists me and drives me to my wit's end. I invoke thee, O powerful and mighty dark face of God, O wrathful archangels of Gevurah, lend me your courage and strength to face mine enemies. I say, perhaps I love so much sometimes that I hate. A blessing and a curse this is to me. Scorpio moon of mine, you are dark and gravely mysterious, with emotionally fathomless dimensions. Oh my God, save me. Oh my God, rescue me from this treachery. Slay me, if must be. Transform me through the great black dragon of hell. What a beautiful worm it is when seen with the eyes of mystery. For I tell you from the depths of true spirit that hell is not an eternal damnation, but an eternal love. Heaven and hell were separated out of love, so that mankind might evolve and discover his divinity within this universe. Heaven and hell, the abodes of pure love, the love of the dragon. Thou must marry them together in the bridal chamber, yet maintain their division, so that thou may have thine head above the heavens, and thy feet below the hells. Alas, I call upon the 7 heads of the beast, the 7 spirits of God. I invoke thee, O great angel of the abyss, O sweet saint of the holy cup, and O wondrous poet of the mysteries. I invoke thee, O beautifully adulterous woman, O mighty man of valor, and O virile satyr of the enchanted wood. At last I evoke thee, O mysterious lion serpent, O venomous tail of the great wild beast. I shall taste your poison and feel that it is life. Hallowed be thy name. So there it is. It's a bit, intense, and people probably will have their own mind about it, and that's okay. But these things are meant to be understood on another level. You can't just, say, simplify it into something that's, oh, well, this guy's a devil worshiper or something like that. That's not what it is. In fact, I'm quite the contrary. You have to understand that it comes from a place of a really deep place in the soul that is, I guess, hard to really put into words, almost ineffable. It's kind of like faith itself. It's almost ineffable. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little piece. I know if there's, pardon my few little bobbles in there when I read it. So anyway, from the Wizard's Den, sign off.